Ms. McPhail will be scaling the facial surface of tooth number 14 with the 204S sickle scaler. Since she is a right-handed clinician, she positioned herself at the 9 o'clock. She will first select the correct working end for the 204S on the facial of number 14. This will appear where the lower shank is parallel to the distal surface and the functional shank is going up and over the tooth. Incorrect positioning would be seen when the functional shank was down and around the tooth and the lower shank is not parallel to the distal surface. So we'll establish our correct working end. We'll also establish a correct face to tooth surface angulation between 70 to 80 degrees where the cutting edge is angled slightly towards the tooth and away from tissue so as to avoid gingival damage. She will be scaling towards the mesial side of the tooth first and will hold her instrument in a modified pen grasp and establish a stable and secure fulcrum. Her initial stroke will be in a coronal direction, and she will utilize short, controlled, overlapping strokes that can either be vertical, horizontal, or oblique, applying appropriate lateral pressure and keeping the cutting edge in contact with the tooth at all times. She will roll the instrument handle as she moves across the facial surface towards the mesial, especially at the mesial facial line angle. Her strokes will extend into the interproximal and under the contact, all the while utilizing a wrist rock motion as compared to a finger motion. To scale the distal of tooth number 14, she will roll the instrument tip so that it aims towards the back of the mouth, as this is the direction in which we will be scaling. She repositions back at the distal facial line angle and establishes correct angulation. Her initial stroke will be in a coronal direction, utilizing short, controlled, overlapping strokes of either vertical, horizontal, or oblique nature, applying appropriate lateral pressure and keeping the cutting edge in contact with the tooth at all times. She will roll the handle as she moves across the facial surface towards the distal, especially at the distal facial line angle. Her strokes will extend into the interproximal and under the contact, all the while utilizing a wrist rock motion as compared to finger motion.